They say V is for vendetta, but what if it actually means vegan? The change has come, as I've stated in previous videos. Vegan is in and it is here to stay, and you might be considering yourself, how do you go from where you are right now to the vegan lifestyle, or veganish as I would say? I'm going to talk about that with you right now. Let's go. Sup peeps, my name is Kirby, but you guys can call me Kirbz, and this is Kickback with Kirbz. I haven't talked about food for a long time. It is something near and dear to my heart and my stomach, so I wanted us to get back in that arena. I have not been cooking recently, so we will not be having another food tutorial, but I realized I haven't really talked about being vegan or how to become vegan or become veganish, at least like I am. You might have been considering it, you see the food that I eat or see the foods that I recommended, and you're like, okay, maybe you want to deep dive, actually get into it. So I'm going to be saying 3 things that you should consider before becoming V for vegan. As stated by the IVA, the International Vegan Association, vegan is described as having a diet that does not have any animal byproducts. That does include honeys. You might have to get rid of Cheerios, but I like Cheerios, so I'm vegan-ish. So the first thing you need to consider when it comes to going from your ways to the vegan way is health concerns. Knowing yourself, what you are deficient in. So for example, I have fluctuating iron levels, so I need to eat things that are very iron heavy, and that's normally found in meats if you have a regular diet. So when I switched to my veganish ways, my iron levels dropped a lot and I was getting borderline anemic, and that's not fun. And it's also been seen that a lot of people who have become vegan have become vitamin B deficient, more specifically B12 deficient. It's been stated that B12 is found naturally in animal products, so when you cut that out, that's also something that you might be losing. So looking at your health conditions, looking at things that your body naturally needs, you might have to stock up on these lovely things called supplements. And they're basically pills or gel pills or any type of additives that you can implement in your diet or in your day-to-day lives so that your body can be balanced and hit that homeostasis that you need. Also to consider when it comes with your health concerns, what you are allergic to, because a vegan diet can implement a lot of nuts, and if you're allergic to nuts, that might not be the best thing for you, or at least you should consider what has nuts in it or not, because that's going to be a lot. That's protein in vegan terms. So the next thing is you might not want to cut it cold turkey. You will be cutting turkey out of the diet because, like I said, vegan is something that's not animal byproducts and all that fun stuff. But I'm saying that you need to consider easing into it. My decision to become vegan was very spontaneous. In the moment, I was like, I will become vegan from this day forward, as I was eating oxtails while watching What the Health, which is very contradictory, but in the moment I was like, it will be okay. So the next day, me and my brother cut everything that was meat out of our day, out of our lives, and that was a lot. That was a lot for us to take in because a lot of the food that we had at home was still very much meat-based, so we already had things that were cooked, so we just didn't have enough foods in stock for us to go fully into our vegan diet. So think about it, take 2 weeks, start with cutting out the meat slowly. Next, you can start cutting out milk and eggs, start slowly adding replacements and supplements, and then at some point when you're ready, cut it all out. Gotta let it go, like Elsa has said, and be free. What I'm trying to say is think about it before you do it. Because if you want to go from your regular lifestyle to vegan, you might have to save up money so you can buy food, because you might just have too much stuff in your fridge at that moment and you don't want to waste food. Why would you do that? The world only has so many resources. We have to keep it alive. I also like to state a lot of people become vegan for different reasons. You want to save the planet, you want to get healthier. So in that moment of deciding if you really want to be vegan, think about why you want to be vegan. Not because you're hopping on the trend of, your friends going in balsamic diets and eating bowl labels or who knows what I'm trying to say. But think about it for yourself and no one else, okay? Because it's your life and you are living it now. The last thing you should consider if you're considering going onto the vegan lifestyle is your willingness to cook. Now, there's a lot of vegan products out there that are prepared for you, but processed food is not always the way to go. It does contain a lot of soy, and that's not necessarily good for you when it's taken in large amounts. But over moderation, it is great. And also when people think about vegan, they just think vegetables and fruits, but there's also nuts and grains and calcium-rich foods such as tofu. So you need to think about the items that you are willing to buy and eat and cook for preparation. It's also better to cook your actual food because you can see how much sodium you put in it or what you're actually using for the products and where they came from. So I would suggest that in the vegan transition. Also, heads up, you're gonna need a lot of snacks because your body's gonna be able to absorb the energy of the food that you're eating very, very fast. So you're gonna wanna eat this, eat that all the time. So carrots are a go-to, apples and peanut butter. Side note, are you crunchy peanut butter or are you creamy peanut butter? We are starting a war in the comment section. Please give your option down below. I will state now, I am Team Crunchy, represent. And a heads up about becoming vegan, you are gonna develop this thing called the vegan police. Vegan police! Now I've only seen it in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, but they do develop around you over time. It's the people around you. Sometimes when you tell your friends or family that you're gonna be switching your lifestyle and even in the ways of food, they become very invested in what you're eating. They want to tell you what to eat, what not to eat, saying that, oh, is that really vegan? A lot of that will happen. I even got told in the first months of me becoming vegan that I would quit. And I actually lasted for a year, and then I had to implement food into my diet, such as fish, because I love seafood. So just a heads up on that. All right, my dudes, that's all we have for today. These are just some things that I think you should highly consider when you are trying to go for V as in vegan. If you like this video and would like to see more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you think I did a good job, give me a thumbs up so I know how I'm doing. But until next time, adios for now.